Let us try to understand how to write a fraction in lowest terms. And we'll use the technique of factoring, rather prime factorization, to write a fraction in lowest terms. So I'll first tell you what is prime factorization. Prime factorization is finding all the prime factors of a number. For example, we have a number 12 here, right? So I could write 12 as product of two numbers. For example, 4 times 3 is 12, correct? Now 4 times 3 is 12, you all know. Now how about what are the factors or what two numbers when multiplied could give you 4? The two numbers are 2 times 2. Now can you tell me two numbers which could be multiplied to give us 2? Well, the numbers are 2 and 1 only, no other number. So when a number has only two numbers as its factors, it is called prime number. Now, so 2 is the lowest prime number. How about 3? Only 3 times 1 will give you 3. 3 is also a prime number. So that ways we get all the prime factors of our number. So we can write here 12 as what? As product of 2 times 2 times 3. Multiply them and check yourself. Do you get 12? 2 times 2 times 3. 2 times 2 is 4 and 4 times 3 is 12. Yes, you do. Now let's prime factorize 8. Now if you do prime factoring of 8, you can write 8 as 4 times 2, right? 4 times 2 is 8. Now 4 could be written as 2 times 2. Now you know these three are prime numbers and so they cannot be further factorized. So we have three prime factors of 8. That means 2 times 2 is 8. 2 times 2 is 4 and 4 times 2 is 8. Correct? So that is how you get prime factors. So first write your number in the form of prime factors and then cancel out the common ones. 2 can go with 2. Cancelling here means what is 2 divided by 2? It is 1. And when you multiply anything by 1, you get the numbers themselves. So it's as good as multiplying by 1. So we can cancel them. 2 and 2. There are two 2's in numerator, two 2's in denominator, which are common factors of 8 and 12. And these can now be cancelled since 2 divided by 2 is 1, right? That is how we simplify it. Now, what remains is 2 over 3. So we could write 8 over 12 as 2 over 3. So let me write this as 2 over 3 and that becomes 8 over 12's lowest term. So once you get to a stage that it cannot be simplified any further, or we can say that at this stage numerator and denominator do not have any common factor, then we say that the fraction is written in lowest terms. Correct? So that is the process of simplifying or writing a fraction in lowest terms. Now let's do one more, which is 24 and 20. Now can you help me to factorize 24? Rather, make this kind of a tree and write it in factored form. Let's search for its prime factors. 24 could be written as 6 times 4, right? And 6 is what? 6 is 2 times 3. And 4 is 2 times 2, correct? So these are my prime factors of 24. So I can write 24 now as product of all these numbers. And these numbers are, so we can write 2, 2, 2 and 3. So we'll say 2, there are 3 2's, which is, 8, and 8 times 3 is 24, right? Let's find factors of 20 now. Factors of 20 could be 4 and 5, correct? 4 times 5 is 20. 5 is a prime number since only 1 times 5 is 5. And 4 we know is 2 times 2. So 20 can be written as 2 times 2 times 5. 2 times 2 times 5. Now we have to cancel the common factors. So 2 divided by 2 is 1. Again 2 divided by 2 is 1. What remains is 2 times 3 in the numerator divided by 5. Is that correct? So we can write this as 2 times 3, which is 6, divided by 5. So 24 over 6 is same as 6 over 5. Let us continue with this exercise and do some more. So which one should I do? Let me take 75 over 100, right? And the other two, 30 over 45 and 48 over 72 is for you to do, right? So that will be your practice question. Let's try with 75 and 100. So first thing, let's find factors of 75. 75 is like 3/4, right? So 3 times 25. And 25 can be written as 5 times 5. So therefore, we can write 75 as product of 3 times 5 times 5. 3 times 5 times 5. So this prime factorization, even if you don't know, I hope you have learned the process of prime factorization during this exercise, correct? So that is how we do prime factorization. It isn't difficult at all. So simple and useful, very, very useful. Now, let's find factors of 100. So 100 is 10 times 10, correct? And 10 could be written as 2 times 5. 10 is 2 times 5. When you multiply these numbers, you do get 100. 2 times 5 is 10 and 2 times 5 is 10. When you multiply 10 times 10, you get 100. Do you see how factoring tree works? So, all these prime factors when multiplied give the product as the number itself. So we have here 2 times 2 times 5 times 5. As you can see, we can cancel out 5 and 5. Cancelling means 5 divided by 5 is 1. And 1 is a multiplication identity. If you multiply any number by 1, it returns you the number itself, right? Now, what remains in the numerator is 3. So 3 is in the numerator and denominator is 2 times 2, 4. So 75 over 100 can be written as 3 over 4, and that becomes the lowest term for 75 over 100. Okay? Well, remember one thing, if you have something over 100, it could be read as percent also, 75%. 3 over 4 is equivalent to 75% or 75 over 100. I hope you have understood the technique of simplifying fractions, right? Now apply this technique of prime factorization and then simplify 30 over 45 and 78 and 48 over 72 also. That will be great fun. You can also repeat what I have done. That means copy this question, do prime factorization and write as I did, and then simplify them and write these fractions in lowest terms. Thank you.